Well, hey folks, it's John with Ozarks Back Roads. I'm back with you for day 2 of our Arkansas trip here in Newton County, Arkansas. We're out on the Mighty Tiger, and today we're going to run up through the what they call the Arkansas Little Grand Canyon. We're on an old road that kind of starts into it, and we're going to run through that, and then we're going to go up and over the mountain, and should be interesting. There's going to be some high ground. So let's get on the Tiger and run up through this little Grand Canyon and over a mountain and see what we can find. I've never been on this, so we're going to discover this together. Yeah, we had rain all night long. I tell you what, I don't mind riding in the rain. It really doesn't bother me. I can slow down and get to where a speed that I can see and I feel safe at. Throw the frog togs on and I'm pretty happy. I really don't care. But I do not like camping in the rain. I'd a lot rather ride in the rain than camp in it. Everything I've got is just damp. Everything in the tent, all my clothes are just, you can't wring them, but they're just damp. Kind of miserable putting on wet clothes, you know, first thing in the morning. Not good. Here's a view. Can't really see the mountain over there. It's in the fog, but we're starting to get into the valley here. This reminds me of a video I did a few years back. I was up in South Dakota at Custer, South Dakota. It rained all night like it did last night here. It was all cloudy and foggy like this, and I went through the park, Custer State Park, and rode all through the park in that and couldn't see anything. And Mount Rushmore sits right on the north edge of Custer State Park, right at the northern boundary. I went there to look at the presidents, and shoot, I couldn't even find the parking lot. This is kind of what it was like that day. Looked just like this. But it was beautiful. Just what little I saw was really impressive. If you get up that way, why, Custer State Park it's as good as any national park. This is, I got maybe about 100 feet that I can see out in front of the bike. Maybe a little more there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, we're in the valley now. All right, we'll get off the highway here. See if this road goes somewhere. It had a stop sign there at the highway, so that kind of lets you know it's a county road, not a driveway. If there's no stop sign, you just see a mailbox, why, that's somebody's driveway. Here's an old farmhouse down on this little bottom by the creek. It's got a flue, probably had a little wood stove in it. Got a tin roof. Not gonna have any insulation, more than likely. I bet that was one cold house. Got the old curtains hanging in the windows. Boy, a lot of rocks in that creek. Whew. Look at that. That's a pile of rocks. I don't believe I'd want to ride up that dry creek bed. Well, that's a pretty cool little bridge. This is pretty neat. Ooh, that was soft. was deep. I didn't know it was that deep. Whew. All right. That hill's got some up to it right there. You better get a little oh boy. This is soft. Ugh. Come on, baby, you can do it. Oh, that's steep. Whew! Son, that was exciting. No trespassing. Oh hell, we took the wrong road. We weren't supposed to go up that. It looks like this road will go back the way we need to go. I shouldn't have went up that big hill. Camera doesn't show how steep this is, but this is extremely steep. Yeah, this is a power line road is what this is. Trail. All right. But if I go left here, we should be back on track. We'll try it and see. Big rocks, big hills. That says keep out, so I ain't going that way. Well, I'm glad I got off that power line road. That was, man, that uphill section, whoo! That was serious. I probably couldn't tell much on the camera, but man, that was steep and loose. The old rear tire was just a digging and clawing. Oh, that's a cemetery. But this jacket's going, man, it's gone. It's like a $20 bill on Friday night. It's gone and it ain't coming back. 1921 to 2016, so she lived a full life. I think everybody deserves to live a full life, or pretty much everybody. 43 to 2006. That's only 63. That's not just a few years older than me. Another 2006. 1920 there for Helen Hilly. All these graves are fairly new. 2009. Well, this one's got a footstone. So we're going to move on. We're about to make it back to the highway. Oh man, this is up and down. Ooh. Front end tried to rear up on me there. Might have been too up and down. We're climbing out of the bottom here. We're heading up to Highway 7. It runs up on the ridge, up high. So there's going to be a bunch of up. You're almost there. You've just about earned your keep. I can see where everybody's been spinning, coming around those. Whew. Break time. All right, well, we're back to Highway 7, and I'm gonna go over to a state campground on the Buffalo River. I want to go over there and look at this. It's got a bluff, I don't know, it's got to be a mile long down through this bottom. Big old high bluff. We'll go look at that, and I want to check out the campground while I'm down there. Beautiful spot. I'll get back with you when we get over in that area. So yeah, we're at the state campground, the Steel Creek Access, or Steel Creek Campground, I guess. We're going to head off down this mountain and get down here and see what we can see on the Buffalo River. So let's get on it and check out Steel Campground. So here we are, just now getting on the bottom. And we'll take a look at this bluff to start with. This is not your average bluff. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Of course, the river runs right along the bottom of it there. How's that for a bluff? Yeah, that's a lot of bluff. No RVs or campers, it says. This is going to be tent only. Boy, they got a nice mobile command center there. That's a big, tall one. You could almost stand up in that one. A pretty nice site. It's got a picnic table and a fire ring on all of them. Boy, some of these tents are big. I don't believe I can get something like that on the bike. We'll go down to the other end and look at the river. There's a river. There are river accesses back in here. You can get to the river, but some of it looks a little weedy. Be a nice view to wake up early in the morning, open up your tent, and there that is staring at you. That would be all right. So this is your horse camping. They've even got stables over here. You can rent a stall if you need to. And then here's the river. You can put your kayak or your canoe in here. Continue on downstream. A lot of people do that. And the river is pretty small. There's not a lot of water in it right now. All right, we're going to go back up the mountain here and down the other side to down to Ponca, Arkansas. There's another access on the Buffalo over there. If the low water bridge runs across it. This little road here, you just don't want to get in any hurry. We're up on a big old mountain. It's hard to see, but we're up in the air, and it's switchbacky, and a lot of times in the summer this road's really busy. So I kind of take my time on this one. I got nowhere to go and all day to get there. I have no reason to be in a hurry. You can see where people have drugged their campers or RVs off on that the guardrail on these corners are all tore up, where people's run trailers off into them, like that one there, knocked down. They didn't do that hitting it with a motorcycle, I can tell you that. Boxley Valley Historic District. We need to take a look at this. Oh, it says it's closed due to unstable structure. Well, yeah, it looks a little unstable. Boy, I mean, that's an old one. Look at that. Kind of got the lean on. The chimney's doing good, though. It's hanging in there. And this fella's grandson, William, built this log house in 1850. Yeah, it's kind of a rough one. That's a nice chimney, nice and big, heavily built. Used to go on up. They've removed the top part of it. So this is 170 years. This was built 170 years ago. The tin was replaced. It probably had shake. I'm sure it had shake shingles originally. Rubble rock foundation. They just stacked her up, level as they could, and set the first logs on it. Pretty cool old log building. And this is the bottom here. A lot of times you can find elk in this. We'll run up the road. The road runs along through this bottom. We can see if we can spot any. Now we're on an elk hunt. Okay, we didn't have to go far because there they are. They're looking at me like, what are you doing? So here they are. There's some of them. Some does. They're pretty worried about me. I see a buck. I see some horns there. A buck's laying down. So we'll pull on up here and get off and get the camera. And I see some more laying in there. See if we can get a picture of them here with a good camera. And that'll be the shortest elk hunt anybody's ever been on. We didn't even have to leave the driveway. Well, we got to look at some elk over here. They're looking at me. In the woods, there's 6 or 8 of them. I don't know. Some of them are laying down. There's a big buck laying there with his horns. We're starting to get rained on here. Rains about every 10-12 minutes. So we're going to head back to the mobile headquarters, start wrapping up for the weekend, and we got to head out in the morning back to the Ozarks Backroads World headquarters. I hope you saw something you liked, and I invite you all to come back. We'll go somewhere else and do something else. We got everybody looking at the elk over here. Until I catch up with you again, y'all take care of yourselves. We'll catch you next time.